So Alexander Isak becomes a big topic to follow in the next days. Liverpool are still trying to make something crazy and special happen for Alexander Isak. Alexander Isak wants to go to Liverpool.
Imagine a footballer being called the new Zlatan. Can you feel the pressure that nickname puts on a 17-year-old kid? Now, imagine that same player, years later, becoming one of the deadliest strikers in the Premier League. But there is more to his story. This isn't just a story about the goal scorer, it's the story of a ghost, a shadow that moves quietly and in a second completely destroys the other team's defense. This is the story of Alexander Isak. The main question isn't how good he is. The main question is, where will he end up? And why is everyone connecting his name with Liverpool Football Club? When you watch Isak play, the first thing you notice isn't his goals, it's his style. There is something different about how he moves. You would expect a typical big striker, a guy who just stays in the box. A player like Haaland waiting for passes so he can finish the job. But Isak isn't like that. He moves like a ghost on the field. He moves out to the sides, drops back into the midfield to help start attacks, and can create chances for himself with fast sudden dribbles. Remember how he played for Sweden at Euro 2020? That's when the world realized the new Zlatan wasn't just a goal scorer. He could do it all. It's every young player's dream to get an offer from Real Madrid, and turning them down is something you just don't do. But Isak's decision was amazing. In a brave move, he said no to Real Madrid and chose Borussia Dortmund instead. It was a strange decision. He was often on the bench, got injured, and the heavy pressure of the new Zlatan almost ruined his talent. Many said he made the wrong choice. Many thought he would just end up being an average player. But that's not what happened. Instead of giving up, Isak took one step back to take 2 steps forward. He went to Real Sociedad, a place with less pressure, with fewer people watching him, a place where he could just be himself. And it was there that he found his form again. In Sociedad, he became the striker we know today, fast, skillful, and ruthless, a quiet killer. And now, we get to the exciting part, Newcastle United. When the team with its new rich owners and big plans came calling and broke the club record to pay for him, many thought it was a huge risk, but Isak proved he was worth all the money.
It's into the net. Alexander Isak off the bar and in.
Let's look at his numbers. In his first season, even with the long-term injury, he scored 10 goals. In the 2023-24 season, he raised that number to 21 league goals. But that season, the 2024-25 season, was when he really exploded. 34 games, 23 Premier League goals. He wasn't a risk. He was a great investment that brought Newcastle back to the top. In the season that passed, Alexander experienced flight with the Magpies. Aside from qualifying for the Champions League, they won the Carabao Cup, a championship where Isak's footprint is clear. Not only did he eliminate Arteta's Arsenal, but in the final, with his excellent strike, he brought the championship home for his team. Now, Isak was at his peak with the Magpies, a peak that seemed to be the end of the story. But it seems Isak's story in England has another part, a part that might be written in Liverpool. Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes, while rebuilding the team after Klopp left, are trying really hard to sign Isak to finish their dream team. A Liverpool that, after the sad death of the great Diego Jota, now needs a new attacker more than ever. After signing Ekitike, Liverpool has now focused completely on getting this quiet killer. The American owners are reportedly ready to pay more for a player than any British club ever has, but Newcastle, since they've just won a trophy and don't want to lose their star, is desperately looking for a replacement. Names like Šeško and Watkins are being talked about, and we'll have to see what Eddie Howe decides to do. And of course, there was a surprise. Al Hilal from Saudi Arabia jumped in with a huge offer, a transfer that could have been an inside deal since the owners are connected. But Isak, knowing his own talent, said a clear no to the move because he wants to keep succeeding in Europe for years to come. But why do Liverpool and Arne Slot want Isak so badly? The way Slot plays, he needs a striker who does more than just wait in the box. He wants a modern striker, one who can switch places with wingers, run into open spaces, be the first to pressure the other team, and most importantly, turn the great passes from players like Salah and Wirtz into goals. This team-up isn't just a dream, it's the kind of thing that could make Liverpool's attack great for the next 10 years. Of course, this transfer has its problems, and here we have to talk about one thing: injuries. Isak's price tag is huge, and any club paying that much needs a player who can always play. Isak's injury history at Newcastle is a bit of a worry. A bad muscle injury in his first season kept him out for almost 4 months. Last season, even with his incredible stats, he struggled with the groin problem that kept coming back at least 3 times, making him miss some very important games. These repeated injuries are the biggest question mark for any team that wants to buy him. Can his body take the stress of playing at the highest level for the team like Liverpool, a team that tries to win every trophy? It's a big risk. So, the final question is this summer, will we see the Swedish Ghost move from St. James Park to Anfield? Is Liverpool willing to spend more money than ever before on the same player who took a trophy away from them? Let me know what you think in the comments below.